Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley, and we are back to talk about It's Bravo Day. We're going to talk about the Valley reunion part 2. We're going to talk about Real Housewives of Miami, season 7, episode 9 we're at already. But first, I'm in a little bit of a mourning right now because I just found out that our Spirit Halloween store is not opening here. I'm obsessed with Halloween. Do you like Halloween?
Oh, I like Halloween. I'm not obsessed with it, but I like it.
Do you ever go to Spirit Halloween? Do you have that there?
Yeah, there's one right across the street.
What? Okay, I'm so jealous. We usually go like 5 times a week. I just like going and hanging out in there. It's like there's not a lot to do here, so it's like an exciting time of year. It always opens like first week of August.
Decorate your house all crazy?
Yes. Well, this is the first year I've had like a big house, so I'm like very excited to do all the stuff and put stuff out on the front steps, but I don't know where I'm gonna shop now. I guess Michael's or something. It's just not the same as Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
So
Amazon,
I'm very
maybe.
Yes, I know that's so much more convenient. I just like the vibes though. Like September to December is my favorite time of year, but I'm super basic like that. So it's like
I love holidays. I love Thanksgiving and I love Christmas. And I like Halloween, but like more so for the kiddies to like pass out candy and watch,
Yeah.
like look at, like let my niece dress up and cute and take her trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
She was so excited to go trick-or-treating last year and to give out candy. So that was exciting. But then I don't like Halloween. I don't like the spookiness of Halloween. Like I'm more like pumpkins and hocus pocus, not like witches, demons, and skeletons and zombies. Like that shit scares me. So I don't want the spooky shit. It's like the devil's holiday. So I'd be like, no devil. That's Jesus.
Wait, do you go? I heard that isn't like the Universal like horror or something like super scary. Have you ever gone to that?
I've gone. Yeah. Like, I mean, when you live in California, you do the Universal. Actually, Halloween Horror Nights is when I seen Dom and Harry. I don't know if that was, it seems like ages ago.
Yeah, that was
Last
like
year or the year before, and they were with girls. And I remember I kept telling you Harry Chelsea was with a short, petite brunette, and I couldn't for the life remember if it was Jess or not. Remember, I was trying to like remember if it was her. But her show wasn't out yet, so nobody would have known who she was. But yeah, I seen them there, so I've been. Yeah, it's not like, it's honestly not as scary as.
Oh, okay. I've heard it's like
the lines
really
are like so ridiculous, so it's almost not even worth it. Like
no, so you're not like a spooky movie girl. You more into like the apple cider, pumpkin carving, like that part of Halloween. Yeah. I like that stuff too.
Yeah.
So
I used to like scary movies. Now they give me anxiety.
yeah, I know, right? I don't know. When you're like younger, they're super exciting and fun, and then as we get older, it's like I got enough stress in my life. I don't need to watch a movie for fun and stress myself out.
Right.
I still like them though. I still like them. But anyway, sorry, it's August. I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves with the Halloween talk.
Before we know it.
I just found out. I've been waiting for this week for the whole summer, and now hearing it's not opening, I'm very sad. What's going on with you? Any dating update?
No. Oh my God. I've been inside. I'm not on any apps anymore. So I'm just out here
Taking a break.
Taking a break. Also, like I feel like just focused on the pod and my content and building, paying off my debt.
The podcast is your boyfriend now. The podcast is your boyfriend for now.
Exactly.
And me.
So, yeah, no dating updates. I wish I had some, unless that guy that I had randomly met in downtown, I just be forgetting to text people back. So he eventually got tired of it. The one guy that I went on 5 dates with, he I guess got tired of me not texting him back too, so that's okay. That's fair.
They're supposed to. They just have to read your mind. They can't like expect you to have time to text them. We got a lot going on over here.
Now I understand why people are like, I don't have time. But honestly, it's like also like if you wanted to, you would, because there's like that person that's like, if that person did text you, you would text right back.
It's
I
true.
mean, I don't have that person, but I mean, there is that one person that is like, you make time to text them, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm just focused on other things right now, and that's okay.
Well, whenever you are not thinking about it, they always say that's when like the person pops up, even though I know you're not focused on looking for that person. But we more just want you to go out on dates for fun to tell us about it.
Yeah,
So,
I
which
was
is
trying to do it for
selfish,
the
I know.
plot, you guys, but the plot is not working out. I don't know.
Well, maybe once it gets into Halloween time, then you can do it for the plot because there's lots of like fun, like festive fall dates you can do that are like, not romantic. So if you don't end up liking them, it's like whatever. This was a friend date, so
Yeah. Do you dress up and stuff for Halloween?
I do.
Ooh,
I
what were you
know.
last year?
Oh no, I can't. I got a whole like secret double life where I like going out and having fun, but it's not really a double life at all. No, there's not a lot to do.
I want to know what you wore for Halloween. That's not that much tea to just tell us what you wore for Halloween last
No,
year.
I'm just like trying to remember. I can't remember what it was last year. The year before, I did like a Friday the 13th thing with like, it's like the hockey jersey with the
Mm.
knife and the hockey mask. The year before that, you're not gonna like this one, but it was when like the Taylor Swift album dropped with the Karma song, and the song has a lyric that's like Karma is a cat, and so I was a cat with the name tag Karma because cat's an easy one. Oh, that's actually, I've had this profile picture of a cat
Oh,
on my
okay.
page for like 3 years, and no one has ever made fun of me, so I just keep leaving it out there because I started my page like a couple weeks after Halloween. It was the only selfie I had was from Halloween. So now I'm like a grown ass woman with a cat costume picture. So people probably think I'm one of those like furries that pretends they're a cat and they just don't want to offend me because they never say anything about it. But it's a Halloween costume. I just never changed it. So
That's
yeah, nothing crazy, just like simple
Oh, I
stuff.
don't know.
Oh,
Not.
I remember what it was last year. Okay, now I gotta start making them more family friendly because we had like a school dance that we went to for the first time. So I was a minion. So
Oh, cutesy.
yeah, it was a family costume.
I
So we
I
all were
bought a
minions.
Halloween costume last year. I just didn't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, see, I don't go really anywhere sometimes too. I will get one even if I don't have plans.
I
So
bought a really sexy like Cruella DeVille costume because I was like, this is gonna look really nice on me, and I bought it because it was on sale, but I didn't go anywhere.
well, you
So
got it. Okay, I'll come there this year. We'll go to this Universal thing. Or do people not dress up to
no,
that?
people don't dress up to
Oh,
that, and
okay.
I wouldn't wear my Cruella DeVille costume. It's not kid friendly. Like, that booty cheeks are out.
Okay, that's like a after 9
It's a
p.m.
sexy costume.
costume.
It's like I need to go to an adult Halloween party.
I Yeah, people don't have enough like I don't know. It's fun to like go to like a party at a house, not like a club. Like, in a
Yeah,
costume with the whole getup, it's a lot of effort and it's like New Year's Eve. It's too much work.
yeah.
But you could dress up for the podcast. I'm sure people would like that. So maybe we will.
We dress up. I'm not gonna wear my Cruella DeVille costume. I'll probably be like a ladybug or something.
The people are expecting booty cheeks now, so we have to deliver. It's not that kind of podcast, but
Not that kind of podcast.
hey, we're sitting down, so you can't see it. You can wear something. No one can see the bottom, basically.
Right,
But
right.
anyways, there's a
Anyway,
lot of
we
Halloween.
went on a tangent of Halloween because Spirit Halloween
I'm
is
sorry.
not opening up. But
In my
there's
town.
always Home Goods. Home Goods always has really good Halloween stuff.
It does, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of other stores that give the same vibe. It's just Spirit Halloween is my special place. So I'm gonna
Sorry.
I'll get over it one day, but I'm sure there's one in a couple towns over. So I'll just have to make a road trip out of it. But
Yeah.
should we get into our receipt report?
Yeah, I think we have a quick one today. We always say that. It's
Yes,
like 30
I know.
minutes.
We always think of
So
more to say.
do we only have that one? We only have that one?
Yeah, we only have well, obviously we broke some news on the podcast. Well, I think we mentioned it for the first time a week ago or two ago, but
Yeah.
that Louis from Perfect Match and Too Hot to Handle, he has a baby.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a secret maybe in terms of like he hasn't posted it on his Instagram, but
Yeah.
it's not a secret. Like everyone in his circle knows and all his friends know, and like Leah and Miguel, I'm assuming know. We don't know that for sure, but you know, they've been in videos or something, right?
Yeah, apparently they were. Well, the thing is we kind of just glazed over it, right? Like we were
Yeah.
talking about Louis and Huda, and then I just kind of said, and Louis has a brand new baby. People clipped it, and now it's like all over, and people are like, "Wait, what do you mean he has a baby?" Some people are like, "No, he doesn't. You guys are lying. You guys are making things up." And then other people are like, "Wait, what? Slow down. You're talking about the wrong Louis because Louis Russell doesn't have a baby." And I said what I said. Louis Russell has a baby. He has a baby boy.
Hmm.
Um, that was born in January
January.
and lives in Los Angeles. The baby's mother is in Los Angeles. We do know who the mom is, but we're not going to dox her. She wishes to remain private. We have seen the baby with our own two eyes. We've seen the baby mama with our own two eyes, and it's 100% confirmed that he has a baby. So no.
The baby mama is gorgeous, like way out of Louis' like league, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Louis, but she's hot. So I don't know. Too bad they couldn't make it work. I don't know the situation if they weren't like in
Well,
a
I'm
relationship,
told that
but
they weren't in an official relationship.
oh, okay.
But I am also told that, fans started putting two and two together and remembering a, a, a stroller in Miguel's apartment during some of his vlogs and stuff. And, Louis and Miguel lived together and he said it belonged to a friend. I think at one point he did a vlog where he was buying a stroller and same thing. He said it belonged to a friend. There's Louis doing a gym vlog, like where he's going to the gym. This was in February. It's still up on his TikTok. He has a baby bathtub behind him. So, like I said, there's been context clues there the whole time. He even did that trend where it was like, take something random out of your fridge, and he takes out a baby. And the baby
Hmm.
looks very similar to, I'm not saying that that's his baby that he pulled out of a fridge, but
Hmm.
the baby he pulled out of the fridge looks very similar to the kid that is his son.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, they both have red hair, so you know,
yeah,
it's
like reddish,
not
really
as
light brown auburn hair, like very, very distinctive color hair. So, um, it looks like the same baby. So there are
yeah.
context clues out there. And like Ashley said, it maybe not a secret to everyone in his circle. It clearly not because we heard it, you know what I mean? Like from people who
From
knew. So it's
lots.
not
Yeah.
like it's, so yeah, he has a
Yeah,
baby.
it's not
He
like
has a baby. I don't know why it's so hard to believe that
mm,
or why people don't want to believe that. It's not a bad thing to have a baby. He has a
mhm.
son. So
Yeah, and I mean, I did see a couple comments where people are like, "Oh, like, you know, he's trying to keep it private," which I understand, but also like, you know, say Huda had gone on Love Island and not mentioned her child at all, and it came out after she came off the island, like people would have roasted her and said, "You can't,
mhm.
like, what do you mean private? You just don't want to be a mom, or you're acting like you're not a mom, and you can't hide that from people you're dating, and you can't hide that from when you're on a TV show." And so the double standard is kind of funny because I don't think
Yeah,
a woman could ever be like, it's not that I didn't want to be telling people I'm a mom, I'm just private. Like you can't really be on a dating show
and be
on in
private.
public and be private. Yeah, yeah.
You can't be a
Which
public figure and be private. So all the people are like, it's none of our business. Like everything is our business when you're a public figure. That's just how it is. And like you said, he's going on dating shows where he's dating people and he's hiding the fact that he's a father. Rather,
mhm,
I'm sure he told Sandy off camera or whoever else. And he just got announced on a new UK dating show as well.
mhm.
So this is, I mean, if you count that he was on two seasons of Too Hot to Handle, this is his fifth dating show. Or I
I'm
guess I don't count because it's
surprised.
not a dating show, but
Yeah. I'm surprised that he was allowed to have that second the celebs go dating or whatever the UK one is. It's announced a few days ago as Perfect Match is airing. Like, and yeah, we don't know when things are filmed, but you know, most people see that and they think, oh, so he left single. And we know he's dating Huda now anyways, but I would just think contract wise, like Netflix and whoever's doing the celebs go dating, you think they can't do this simultaneously because it's kind of silly. Like, yeah, it's weird to me, but
yeah.
yeah, I think a lot of people have been hard on Leah and Miguel for unfollowing Louis and blaming weird reasons like they don't like Huda, but clearly there's a lot going on behind the scenes that people don't know about. And Miguel did say they didn't like Louis' intentions with Huda, and maybe he didn't tell her he has a child, and maybe that had something to do with it. We don't know that part, but I'm just saying there's obviously a lot going on with Louis that
Or
they
maybe
know that we
Leah was
don't.
friends with the girl because when they did the gender reveal, allegedly there was only 7 people there, and Leah was allegedly one of those people. So it's like it could be for so many reasons, especially if she's friends with the baby mama and the baby mama feels away. We
Mhm.
don't know, but yeah, that's a. I think there's some tea on Hannah. Did we do that one already in the last receipt report?
I think well, it's been like ongoing tea.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm so at a loss for like she's very upset about being cut off the show, which as we can see, like she obviously doesn't come in until the end of the show and she apparently had a date with Scott, but that got cut. But like Scott hasn't really been a main player on the show, so I understand like it's like Love is Blind, right? We only see half the people. They cut if you're not relevant, they'll cut you. But I think she's feeling like she got punished because she is engaged and pregnant now. She still hasn't said who the baby dad is, but she did tag him on a TikTok. We did mention that I think last time, and so it's not anyone related to the show. So
and
you
she's
can't.
still trying to make it seem like it's someone related to the show because I saw Ray post a TikTok today. It was like when you were just trying to find your perfect match, but now you
Oh, is he
allegedly
trying?
have a baby on the way. You have an alleged baby on the way, and Hannah was in the comments that was like alleged question mark.
Yeah, it's a little weird that like.
And every single person is reporting that she met her baby daddy on the perfect match, that she is pregnant by somebody from the cast list. Every
Well,
single
the
person.
problem is that she came out with a story and said, we fell in love on this beach in Tulum. And so she did just do a story time that I watched. And so what happened was this guy flew when she got kicked off or the show ended filming. He flew there. And then that's when they decided to be together. So you can understand how people that run the show might think, oh, so you weren't single. Because, like, it would be very odd to finish filming that day, text a man from your past and be like, hey, I didn't meet a perfect match. Want to come here and fall in love? And like, it is a little strange. Like, they must have had some kind of contact before, whether that
Maybe she
was
ran into him in the streets of Tulum and they fell in love in three
maybe.
days because,
Yeah,
he was in Tulum already. And so they bumped
it's
into each other.
definitely it's definitely given, we've seen this so many times on these shows. It's definitely giving either they were hanging out or talking or something before, but she was like, I want to do this show. Let me go do this show. And if it doesn't work out, I'll give you a call. And it's weird that someone would put themselves in that position because what if it did work out on the show? What if she did find someone? So you're the second choice. They were going to see if they found better, and she did it. So now you're up, I guess. It's just weird, but maybe he was okay with that, obviously. So, but in her story time, actually, I don't think I told you this, but in her story time, she does say like Louis' baby. She confirms it, and so yeah, so the whole cast knows, as far as we know, because we've been told by lots of people involved with the show. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a secret to this cast, is what we're trying to say.
When did
So
she drop the story time today?
I think it was yesterday. So in it, she basically says like she's talking about because the cast is very upset with Louis for going public with Huda because it's kind of ruining the momentum of their show because Sandy and Louis are a main part of their show.
Right,
And
but it's
so
no different than AD and Ollie. Like, you know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
It's no
They're
different
giving them
because
a pass because they're
and
both.
they shouldn't have because
Mhm.
if we wouldn't have known that AD and Ollie were pregnant right now, everyone would be on the edge of their seats right now. What
Mhm.
happened with Justine? What
Yeah.
happened when AD came back?
Mhm.
how is Ollie going to explain this, right? But we all know that they end up together, so we're like, we know what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of ruin the surprise. And it's hard because I know at first I was like, well, I want to see their love story. And a lot of people felt like that. But now seeing what a hot mess it is, it's like, this isn't a love story yet. I mean, yeah, it's normal to get tested on these shows. And like, you've only known each other a few days. And I don't necessarily think Ollie's doing anything horribly wrong. But like we said, he was telling AD one thing and then acting another way. It wasn't great. So it's not like we're watching this romance unfold, you know?
Yeah, we're
It's
watching
like,
chaos, and it's like,
yeah, and
okay, well,
knowing
how
that
do you
she's
guys get back to a good space? That's all I'm wondering now. Like, what the fuck, you
and
know?
knowing that she's pregnant watching this, so as much as she could say, I'm fine with it, we're together now, that doesn't matter. There's no way you can watch your man snuggle all night with Justine and not feel a way about it. Like you
Right.
have to. And we don't know, like I hope they showed it to her before. We did hear that some of the cast was allowed to watch. I'm sure she was one of them. So I don't think this is all shock to her. I think they saw it like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So she knew it was coming. But yeah, it's still gotta be hard to watch.
So
So
did Hannah kind of glaze over the Louis baby thing, or how did she say it? What did she
she
say?
just said it like it was a fact. So like she was talking about Louis and he's been seen with Huda and he has a baby which has come out. Like it was like a fact. It wasn't like now I'm hearing he has a baby. It was like, oh, his baby,
We
so
know it's a fact because
oh yeah,
we're
we're not
wrong.
concerned. But we also understand because we are the same way where it's like we don't see a receipt, we don't believe something. So we get
Right.
it why people are skeptical. And of course, in any other situation, we can show the receipts, but we can't. The proof is showing a baby who doesn't. We can't just post someone else's baby. So
Right. And showing a woman who doesn't want to be shown too.
yeah,
You
and the
know?
only reason we're saying it is because, like we said, this is not a secret. The whole cast knows, other people know, random people know. We've heard lots of messages now from other people that know. So like it was coming out anyways. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we said, it's weird to be on a dating show and not honest about that. So, but
Yeah.
we do believe he told Sandy, so she knew. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if she was okay with it, that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
That's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, that's the receipt report.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the receipt report. I'm sure there'll be a lot more receipt reports coming up. We're in kind of a lull right now because this perfect match, like I have seen a lot of them recording interviews that haven't dropped yet that are all coming out after this drop. So then there'll be lots to talk about. So, oh, actually, Clayton and Rachel both did the Val files this week, but nothing really exciting was said.
Okay.
I posted a clip on my page. Clayton basically said, like, he realized him and Rachel have different lifestyles and it wasn't going to work out. But he didn't tell her that to her face and he still won't. And he didn't have really anything good to say. He said, like, what I kind of said on here, where it was like, it was only 24 hours and I didn't think she was going to react that way. But then, like, they explained to him, like, but you told her, like, intuition and let's match and this is meant to be. So, you can't fault her for being upset. So,
Yeah, sir.
yeah.
You played
Yeah.
it in their face. Like, it doesn't matter if it was 2 hours later. Like, you shouldn't have said
Mhm.
those words that you don't mean because I have an emotional attachment to you, and to me,
Yeah.
they mean something.
Mhm.
Doofus.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Rachel did say there was a lot of drama at the Netflix party, which we were at. I mean, I didn't notice anyone fighting. I know they all stayed at the same hotel, so I think it might. I don't know if it was her or someone else said, like, oh, I wasn't even at the hotel. So I think it might have happened at the hotel, but
Okay,
apparently
maybe.
she said people were fighting still, which
What
I kind of
about
think,
the Georgia and Chloe Beach fight?
yes. But
We
she
heard
meant,
about that. She meant
which I find so funny because, oh, there was a little more. The Huda streamer thing where she kicked people out of the room. There was that, which Chloe was in that room too. So it did make me wonder because we did talk about this from the party tea that Chloe allegedly had her boyfriend kick Georgia out of a birthday party and left her crying on the road, and it was all very sad. And so I was just like, the same situation. Huda had Louis text Chloe's man and get these people out of here. So apparently, this Chloe's boyfriend likes to kick people out of parties a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was Huda's fault. People are arguing over if she did tell him or she
I
didn't.
think it's
Whatever.
quite obvious that when they came into the room, she got uncomfortable. She says something to Louis. She whispers something to Louis. He gets out his phone. He texts the person, and then they got kicked out. So you can slice that how you want to, but it doesn't matter the reason of why you wanted them to leave. If you were feeling anxious or you were feeling shy or you were feeling whatever, because I seen that she came out and was like, I was just feeling shy. Like, everyone there was so nice. I don't want this narrative that I kicked anyone out. You were uncomfortable and you wanted them to leave. So that therefore equals you wanted them out. And so so your boyfriend had them out. Like, that's kicking
Yeah.
them out. Rather, however you want to fucking slice it, however you want to say it, that's the truth. Right?
Yeah.
You had them kicked out. Like, maybe you don't like the words had them kicked out. You had them removed. You had them go in another room. You we're uncomfortable. You told your man. We see you whisper it to him. He gets on his phone, sends a text, boop, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happened.
so that man, like, so if you saw the video, Louis and Huda were sitting on one side, then the guy that Louis was texting, that's Chloe's boyfriend. His name is Nicky, and so I guess he owns that house. They call it like the meme house or something. And I mean, I'm embarrassed for Huda just sitting there watching these guys stream, and like it's giving like high school. I'm like, you're
I mean,
like,
I guess this is what 22-year-old, 23-year-olds do.
true. They're
They're
very young.
really young.
Yeah,
I
I
think
forgot
to
about that
us it
part.
seems super lame and weird because I've also seen like on TikTok like a bop house, which is like all the little OnlyFans girls like got a house and they're all and I'm like, what the fuck is a bop house? What the fuck is a meme house? What the fuck is a face house? This is what young people do, streamers
Mm,
and creators. They have these houses and they just hang out there. And while it seems it's a fucking kickback essentially, right?
yeah.
And it seems super duper lame, but this is what they do. Did she seem above that to me just because of her success on Love Island? Like you should be
Yeah.
somewhere doing something else.
Well,
Maybe
yeah, I
hanging
mean,
out
I'd
with Nick
probably
maybe since y'all are in LA. I don't know, but to
Yeah,
each
I'd
his
probably
own.
be like taking my kid to Disneyland, doing like all kinds of fun stuff. Like I just would not want to be sitting there on a couch watching random people play video games. But you're right, they are young.
That's what the youngins do. We need to
I
get with
would
the
be
times.
out spending all that money she's making and doing some stuff for myself. But yeah, that's an old person talking. So when I was 22, I'm sure I would not be doing that. I'd be like,
We was trying to find a bop house, like
but we were watching losers play video games, so that's
right.
pretty much not that Louis is a loser. I just meant that's who I was hanging out with. So Huda's doing better. At least these guys have a house and jobs, so it could be
Does
worse.
Louis have a job? I don't know.
Technically, I guess, but
Being
yeah,
on dating shows is his job, I guess. So good for him.
yeah,
He's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. You got to respect the hustle.
totally. Yeah, he's got a child to feed now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if he wasn't being a good dad, that is something that we would have heard about, and no one is saying that. So he's just being a good dad secretly. He had a baby tub and a stroller, so he obviously spends time with the baby, so that's good.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So Huda is a stepmommy Sita now.
It's that mamacita. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how long this lasts. I don't see it going far, but whatever.
I mean, she definitely looked like she was rolling her eyes and getting annoyed with him. I'm like, I don't know how long Louis is going to be able to handle
Oh, and
that.
I only seen the clip of the kick out. I didn't watch any of the rest of it.
She just looked annoyed, but it definitely, I don't think with Louis, it was with the situation, but she
No.
was rolling her eyes and looked a little annoyed. But
Okay.
see how that goes. But, anyways, I think that's the full receipt report.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody did comment the other day saying, like, I don't let you swear, basically.
Oh, yes.
Like, it wasn't my idea. We thought, like, you can't get ads and stuff if you swear, but when we looked it up and you can get ads if you swear. So,
Fuck,
fuck.
bitch,
We
bitch,
should have
fuck,
warned you, sir.
motherfucker, shit.
We we are going to swear if it feels appropriate, and we have been. I feel like we have.
Appropriate. I know. I swear all the time. So that's really funny that somebody would think that you don't allow me to swear. Like we are a team, and
We
neither
make
one
our
of
own
us has
choices.
control over the others. I'm so
I
sorry.
think they probably just watch your videos and they you usually do drop a few, and they were like assuming it was my rule here. But no, we were just trying to keep it cute and classy on the podcast. But now that we know we don't have to, warning, we might drop a few. But let
Right.
us know if you don't want us to. I don't think
Well, we
anyone
thought,
cares either
if
way.
somebody's listening in the car with their kids or whatever, like,
Yeah.
and then you're just like, bitch, out of nowhere, which I tend to do. Like, like, whoa, don't say that, son or daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know if it's too much. But I feel like we've been doing it the whole time anyways. I remember we looked and we had like the little E on like every episode. So I don't think we could stop if we
My
tried.
potty
So
mouth. I can't help it.
yeah, but it wasn't my fault. I always get blamed for everything, but I'm not
Right, I know.
like it has to be her fault, the boring lady. It's not. It was a group decision, okay? All right. Speaking of group decisions, should we get into the Valley reunion part
Yes.
two?
Yes.
otherwise known as the Jax show, trying to put on a show like he's sorry. But I mean, seeing everyone's, I mean, I've watched all of Vanderpump Rules, but when you really see people put out like clips of him saying the same thing at every reunion for like the past 15 years, it's crazy.
It's literally exhausting. It's like,
Hmm.
and it's the same reaction, right? Like you say sorry, you just say, you act like you're taking this fake accountability, and then everybody just
Hmm.
eats it up. And like, they're just like, thanks for that. Thanks for that. And it's like, how does anybody believe you at this point? The only person that doesn't believe him is Zach. Like, just
Yeah.
like, how can you believe him? What, he does this all the time. This is just who he is. Like,
Hmm.
he's exhausting. This
Yeah.
reunion was exhausting. It seemed like,
Yeah.
I know the reunion is a place to bring up old things and everything that happened in the season, but because we had the same three big issues like regurgitated over and over again this whole entire season, it felt really, really annoying to watch. Like, I just felt
Mm.
like, what the hell? Like, I thought we moved past this. What the hell? Now all of a sudden you still have a problem with this? Like, what the hell? I thought so. There's a bunch of what the hells.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that we thought was resolved already, but I guess, like you said, that's what a reunion is for. But I thought it was funny because I remember when Jax came out on his page and made a post about being bipolar, like it was a new diagnosis, and that's what the problem has been this whole time, and I'm gonna fix that. But then Brittany said in this reunion he got diagnosed with that years ago and
Yeah,
never took the medication. And
yeah.
then when they
And then
said like
blames it. Like every time he had an outburst, it's like, oh, I haven't taken my meds. Like,
today. And they're like, that's not how medication works. Like that you
yeah,
don't feel it the day you stop and then take it and start feeling normal
right,
immediately. Like it would
right,
take a little bit of time. So
right.
yeah, he's always got excuses. And like when he said he was never Britney's type, like I don't know, I agree with him, but I don't think that has I think she still loved him. Like you
For
can
sure.
you
And
might
then
have a
what? Like,
certain
wait, then you try and be all nice, and then you take a dig, like, oh, I'm not an athlete, or oh, I'm not a blah 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 blah. Blah.
basketball.
I love you. I love you. I'm just hurting. I'm still in love with you. I can't talk about it. Like, shut the fuck.
Yeah, I thought that was weird that Andy would ask them. Like you're still like after we've hearing about like him throwing her in bushes and the drug use and all of this, like we're trying to get him and her apart, away from each other. They're finally doing this divorce thing, hopefully. And then Andy's like, "Oh, are you still in love with them?" Like, why? Like, why are
He's
we asking that?
furious that she's still in love with him. She can't even talk about him or say any words to him without crying. Like, that's a
Hmm.
sign right there.
Yeah. Did you see that story I posted? I was looking for something else and then I was in my archive and back at the end of September last year, Jax made a story like, thanks for the home cooked meal, Brittany. And she had like made him a big lasagna. And this is after filming last year. So they kind of ended on filming as though she had was done with Jax, nothing to do with him. I know they're co-parenting, but co-parenting doesn't need to include like cooking for each other and like I don't think she can have that line open to Jax because he abuses it and
Yeah.
she
But I
needs to
think
go.
that's why he's been right. That's why he's been so confused and so
Yeah.
thinking that there's an opening because she does do stuff like make him a lasagna or share that Kristen got engaged or have conversations with him that don't have to do with Cruz. That's
Hmm.
why he keeps thinking, that's why he has those moments of like, okay, well, maybe this divorce isn't a good idea. We haven't
Yeah.
finalized it. Maybe there is still a chance. And it's because Brittany's kind of giving him an opening. She may not be sleeping with him, but didn't he hint on the reunion that they've done other
Yeah.
stuff or that she's tried? So
Yeah, and every time she talks about him rage texting her, like, of course, ultimately that is Jax's fault and he should control himself, but she has to start like putting in some sort of safeguard so that he doesn't have access to do that. And like, I think part of her does not like it in any way, but is addicted to that toxicity and she's
mhm,
scared for it to go away, which I don't think it ever will, sadly. But
yeah,
I just feel like she keeps that line open because she's addicted to that. She knows like he still cares and he knows she still cares and they
yeah,
just feed into that together, which I don't know how they can go fully no contact having a child together, but they need to because
yeah,
they just don't stop. Like I they still aren't divorced, which I don't even understand that. It's been over a year. So
Yeah.
I do think they started filming on season 3 because I
In
follow.
California, it could take a long time to get
Yeah,
divorced, especially if you have assets and stuff. Like it being a year and they're still not divorced that's not uncommon.
no.
Yeah.
I think it just feels like they're dragging it out though, like
Yeah.
because they do have these feelings. But yeah, I follow Brittany and Jax's publicist Lori, and she posted a video of Schwartz at Brittany's house, and it had like this, that like a soft torque we go song. It was that, and
Mm,
then Jasmine and Zach were there too. So
okay.
looked like they're filming, but
Yeah.
who
Yeah, that's
knows?
what it was.
Not with Jack. So.
Yeah. Mm.
How long do you think he'll really not be on the whole season?
I think they won't let him on the season. I think he's like fired, like just like he
Yeah.
got fired last time. Like he's fired.
I kind of love that they have this to hold over him. And it's like, if you behave, you can come back one day. And they should just keep doing that forever so that he has to behave
Yeah,
forever
I
and
definitely
never let him
think
come back.
they're gonna try and see how the season does without him and
Hmm.
then go from there. Because they are gonna have
Yeah.
to spruce it up a bit because the beginning of the season was really boring and then it got better,
Hmm. There's a Instagram page called like Justice for Jax,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it gets worse.
Okay.
People accused him of running it, obviously, and it was always in
Oh,
the comments. Like, but today he had the people that run it on his podcast, and they wore masks and hats, so you can't. I should pull it up so you can see what they look like. It's like it looks like he just grabbed 2 random people off the
people off
street.
the street and was like, "Hey, can you guys say that you run this page?" Oh
Yeah.
my God, what a loser, Ashley.
It's a lot because I don't know where it is, but if I find it, I'll show you a picture because it was wild. I'll share it on my page. I mean, I don't want to share it though because it's like his podcast, right? And you're like, I
Well,
don't
we
follow his
know he's
podcast,
got
but
it in him to, we know it's him. Ain't
yeah,
no need to, just like he didn't admit to, what's his name? Frank Drummond?
Frank Dramon, yeah, he's not having him on the podcast, so it's because he
Yeah.
doesn't exist. But
Yeah, no.
yeah, I mean, I think the season did okay without him, but it was hard because it was always revolving around him without him being there, so it was really distracting. So maybe now they're gonna bring Sheena back. They're gonna bring Tom Schwartz. I don't know about Lala, probably her. We'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Sandoval, maybe. So,
We'll see. Just
and the new,
Vanderpump all over again.
yeah, the new Vanderpump premieres October 29th.
I seen a
So
commercial.
there's a Halloween gift. Oh, you did?
I seen, well, it was just Lisa saying like new.
Oh, right.
I don't know that I'll watch it, to be honest. I don't know that I am in a space to watch 20-year-old waiters and waitresses again. I think the cool part about Vanderpump was like watching their lives evolve and like seeing where
Yeah.
they're at now.
Hmm.
I don't have it in me to do it all over again.
I know it's hard to get into a new one. Like they've tried a few times, like Vanderpump Villa, and then Southern Hospitality is really similar, and people are starting to become obsessed with that one. They're on season 3 now. They just finished that, so people are getting into that one. I haven't started it, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It takes a while to grow into these shows, and
Yeah.
I like the people we have already. So
Yeah, they're still entertaining all these years later, so.
yeah. So what did you think about Michelle saying that Jesse was sleeping with a married woman? And how old is this woman? Because he said she was married 25 years ago.
And she said he's his ex, and he said she's his ex.
Hmm. Well, how
I
old
don't
is
know.
Jesse? 40?
No, Jesse's older than 40.
45?
50.
No, he's not 50.
Jesse's like in his 50s.
You think so? Okay, I'm gonna
Maybe.
Google it.
Oh,
But
maybe 50.
they said she started with an A, so I was very. Oh, he did date Anna Nicole Smith. Did you know about that? Well, obviously she's not the person they're referring to because she's no longer with us. So he has a lot of exes that start with A's. I tried to look through his following, but I couldn't find anybody. So
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because I think I was shocked that
he's
the whole
43. So
oh, it's a hard 43. I'm just sorry. That's a hard
sorry,
43.
Jesse.
I was shocked that the whole season, this whole cheating thing, we were thinking it was cheating with Aaron, and we never heard nothing about there being some actual cheating with somebody else.
Right? It was very shady, this whole thing. Like it was another guy for like a year and they would go on dates and
Well,
stuff.
you notice how she was very vague about that, and I don't know if it was the edit, but Kristen was like, "Yeah, there was some. What did she say? A yoga instructor or a
I can't remember where they
some?
met.
She said something along those lines. It was somebody, and she was like, "Yeah, it was a year." And she's like, "He wasn't my like." She was staying on this like he wasn't my boyfriend. He wasn't my boyfriend. He wasn't my boyfriend.
Hmm.
And then Kristen's like, "Okay, well, you were seeing somebody."
Yeah.
And you guys were going on date. You were dating him. No, we weren't going on dates. We weren't. I kissed him one time, but it
Hmm.
seemed like it was more than that, like
Yeah.
just and admitting to cheating and kissing, and then you tried to deflect and be like, well, you dated a girl that da 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 da. You
Yeah.
dated a girl who was married, and you wanted to eat out our client. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like I'm like, I don't know if this is an edit, but doesn't make Michelle look good. Not because she cheated on Jesse, because Jesse's an asshole, but not to say assholes deserve to get cheated on, or maybe they do. I don't know. But it just didn't make her look good because she didn't really like she owned it, but then it was like, but.
Yeah.
I hate it was wrong, but ass person.
Yeah.
But it was like, it never became clear. Like, what did she was she like, okay, you didn't have a boyfriend, but like, were you dating somebody for was it a year? Did you
Hmm.
just kiss him once? Like, was it a one-time thing? Like, what happened?
Yeah, and like, was this before she met Aaron? Because
Right.
how long was that going on for? Like, and was Aaron mad about that? Like, she had a lot going on the side, obviously, because she was
Yeah.
going to the park with Aaron talking about her marriage while her daughter was running around. So like, Aaron was around her daughter while she was married, which is weird. Like, it's like,
That's not okay.
yeah. No, it's very like, and obviously we're not giving Jesse a pass at all. He was a terrible husband, but it's like, yeah, it seems like she had these full-blown relationships, even if they weren't like sexual, but they were like
That's what he was
even
saying. You
worse than
emotionally
that.
cheated with Aaron.
Yeah.
Which I get her point why she wouldn't think it was emotional, because it was like we weren't emotionally invested in each other because we were
Hmm.
sharing things about other women, my relationship, his relationship. But I think the fact remains is there was some type of emotional tie there if you feel comfortable enough to share with him some of
Hmm.
your hardest moments that you're going through in life. And obviously, it did mean something emotionally if you guys ended up together, whether you guys were talking
Yeah.
about other women or not. Like,
Yeah, there was definitely something going on there that was more than just friends because it became, even though now it's over. So I heard from a little birdie that he dumped her, but I don't know. They haven't said a word, which makes me think they're obviously saving this for a
yep,
season 3 storyline. So,
yep, for
and then
sure.
I'm like, is he gonna be there too? Because that's odd, but I guess they
We need
need
it.
more
We need it
breakup
for the
drama.
storyline. Yeah, we need it. So, yes, Aaron, you and your eyes, sign up.
If not, come on here and tell us what happened, Aaron.
Yeah,
We got you.
yes, sign up.
We didn't make fun of your eyes this whole season. I swear. Don't go back and listen to us.
Don't listen to any of
Your
the
honey is probably
podcast.
delicious, so.
Yeah, like I just really like I really hate when people like take your commentary and hold it against you. Like
Yeah.
Daniel from Perfect Match's sister just slid into my comments and was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know because I made a video dragging Daniel to the pits, okay? And said he's a red flag and, he is, you need to look out for him because it's giving, insecure, manipulative
Mhm.
bitch, probably something
Uh-huh.
along those lines. Um, and she was like, I just want to let you know that you only see an hour out of a 24-hour day, and a reminder to be kind. Bitch, I know that I'm seeing an edit, but you think when I'm reviewing a show that I'm going to be like, this is an edit, but I know this is probably an edit, but I said, yeah, I'm very well aware that I'm seeing an edit, and my reaction and my opinion is to that edit, so you shouldn't be offended.
You know what's so funny that you're not gonna remember, but we've had a run-in with this girl before, with Daniel's sister before. Her name's Julia, right?
Yep.
she was on a show with him, Dated and Related. And
Oh,
so remember, I can't even remember what it was, but last Perfect Match, there was some kind of drama with Alara. Remember we made a video, something she'd gone to like Harry's house. Remember all this drama? And she was the one that slid in the comments, like yelling at us and everyone, like that's not true, and like trying to give an alibi for Alara.
oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So she's
Yes,
like
I found her in the
watching
comments
you.
again. Found her in the
Watching.
comments again. Like, do
Yeah.
you think that as reality TV recappers, we don't know that we're watching an edit?
Yeah. We have to talk about the edit, like
We have to
the
talk
way
about
we
the
see it.
edit. That's what production wants us to see. That's what the viewers are responding to.
And how
Not
much of a, like he was getting upset with her for laughing loudly. Like how much of an edit can that be, right? Like, and I mean, we can't really talk about more without spoiling things, but
right.
we'll circle back to
Circle
Daniel. We'll
back.
talk about Daniel
That was
later.
a
So
that was a pivot. But yeah, back to this Valley reunion
yeah.
recap. Okay, what else?
Sorry.
What else happened?
Sorry, we do this.
We did.
The ridiculous Jasmine, Danny, Janet, Jason.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's too much.
Ashley, okay, what were your thoughts when Jasmine said, I felt like your apology was half-assed and I felt like you didn't mean it and I just felt like your apology was shit?
I felt like Andy felt, he was like, the apology was shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I like we get it at this point. We get it. Danny, yeah, he's probably weird drunk. We get it. We've heard it. He apologized. He was inappropriate. You in detail explained to him why this is different than if he did this to a heterosexual couple. You explained it all. I feel like he took that in, and not maybe the first time, so I understand that, but they did have a full second scene, the three of them talking and talking and talking about it. We all heard it all, and I felt like he received it and apologized again. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I guess she was explaining maybe why it had to be brought up, but the way she was explaining it was like coming at him again. So it's like it was weird. It was
Yeah,
like
and
she's entitled to her feelings, but
I really like that Nia, and again, I do think she protects her husband. Who wouldn't? That's her job as his wife. But I also really appreciate that she was like, yeah, you can bring it up as much as you want, but Janet is the one bringing it up. Like
yeah.
she cannot, it didn't happen to her. So what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck is she still bringing it up? And I was pissed that Jasmine brought it up because we literally heard Jasmine's girlfriend say, it happened to us. Nobody else should be talking about it besides us. We're over it. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
She said something along those lines on the boat. So how do you say that? And then here you are again being like, your apology was shit. If his apology is shit, then how about like not hang out with him? How about not try and sell him a home? Because that's fucking fake. Like, I'm not gonna apologize for this shit every time I see you. Every time
No.
And if you want me to, then maybe we shouldn't be friends. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I apologized for it. Like,
Yeah.
but the fact that even Danny, she tried to blast him and be like, oh, we're doing this now. We're doing like, obviously I would be confused too if I've seen you 6 or 7 times since an incident, or an incident was a year ago and we're just now talking about it because cameras are filming and because we're picking up filming. I would be confused too. I would be like, oh my God, is that what we're doing right now? Like,
well,
okay, you know?
Yeah, because it happened in Halloween and these cameras picked up first week of July. So we're talking almost a year. So no wonder he was like, what the hell?
Halloween in July, did they specify if he apologized between then? Yes,
I think
right?
she said, yeah, I think she said he apologized to Jasmine, but maybe not to her girlfriend. And so this was the first time he was seeing her girlfriend. But then it's like, okay, you haven't seen her girlfriend from October to July. Maybe you all aren't friends and shouldn't be doing this damn show then, because that's like almost a year you don't see someone, that's not your friend. So
yeah,
and if Jasmine's girlfriend, she should be around the group then, right? Like it was weird.
I
it's
thought it
giving
was weird.
you need a storyline, and we get that, and so I can't blame them for that because they needed something, but they should have just accepted it. They brought it up the one time, let him apologize, move on. Like not
and we've seen him apologize for it twice on camera. That's not including all the times he apologized for it off camera. And then Janet proceeded to bring it up for the entire season. I don't care what anybody says. That's not her place to bring it up. Jasmine and her girlfriend were thrown off on the boat. That Jasmine, what the hell's her name? Janet kept bringing it up. But now at
Uh,
this reunion, all of a sudden, my apology shit, and you appreciate Janet for defending you, or or
yeah.
whatever the hell. I just felt like that was Jasmine's only fucking moment, right? At the reunion, because had she said, you know what? We've talked about it enough this season. Danny apologized. We've moved on from it. Let's leave it there. She wouldn't have had nothing there. She wouldn't have had no airtime at the reunion besides chit chatting with Zach. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you just try to make a moment, and that is tired and old, and I'm over it.
They just need to let it go, like we said at this point. Like, if Danny is this way, it'll come out eventually. Just
Well, I
let
think
him
it is
be.
coming out, right?
Yeah.
Because now Janet's saying that apparently he just did it on Super Bowl, and like is making it seem like he's going around and grabbing women, but we're going to see the continuation of that fight next
Yeah.
week, because she said, and Nia looked pissed.
Yeah, it's just funny how Nia speaks so much for Danny. Like, she won't let him. She's like, I got this. Like, and yeah,
Stupid Ashley, they're going to talk
what?
themselves into a hole. Just like Ashley did with Tyler on that reunion. Let me do it. Like, you
It's
go
so
fucking
true.
let
Well,
me do
that's
it.
like, I think that's obviously the biggest red flag, that they have things to hide. Because if there's nothing to hide and he can talk and say whatever, then it wouldn't matter. She knows he's gonna slip up and say the wrong thing, or say it wrong, and so she has to like interject for him. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They need to just tell them, like, if you want to be on season 3, we're doing a boys trip. Danny's getting hammered. You're not gonna be anywhere near him. We're gonna all see on the camera how this man acts, and we can all just put it to bed then and be like, okay, he's a creep or he's not. Because I'm really tired of this. Well, it happened off camera and arguing about it for the whole season. Because
Yeah.
either we see it or we don't see it. We don't want to
Right.
talk about it if it didn't happen on the show. We don't want to talk about Halloween if it's a summertime show. It's so silly. Like,
Yeah.
if they don't have enough events happening on camera, they have to talk about this one thing from 8 months ago.
Yeah. I wanted
It's
to
too
ask
much.
you what you thought about the whole Brittany, Janet, Zach of it all, because I felt like Janet got caught in some lies, because she kept trying to be like, I don't care if you're friends with Zach and Kristen. I'm happy you have them. I've never told you not to hang out with them. And then Brittany's like, no, like you have. Like, you told me.
Yeah.
You've gotten upset with me, and you took down my birthday story post because you found out I was with Zach. And then she's like, well,
Yeah.
it's because you told me that you hadn't spoken to Zach. And she's like, I just started talking to him. And then Zach, like, we had been talking for 2 months. Like, everybody was lying.
Yeah. They were all lying. And it's hard because, like, obviously Zach said something pretty brutal about Janet, but he didn't say it to Janet, right? He said it to Brittany, who's like his best friend. And sometimes when you're talking shit with your best friend, you might say some like heinous things. Maybe not that far, like that was horrible.
Yeah.
But you might, it's not like he said it to Janet. I think he was maybe, yeah. And if Brittany had a problem with it, she should have just said it right there to his face. Like, I won't tolerate you speaking that way about anyone, let alone like another friend of ours. So, like, don't do it again, or I'm going to tell her. So it was a little shady of Brittany to just tell Janet without. There's no like and that she was still friends with Zach. So it's like you just told her to be messy and stayed friends with them, and basically were like, drop this bomb and like you guys figure it out. So
Yeah.
obviously, someone who's just a friends with everyone and is like, well, they didn't do anything to me, is frustrating. But Brittany has been friends with Zach for so long, like it would be really hard for her to just cut someone off for that, for saying something that they were hammered and they shouldn't have said. It's not like it was really bad, but I see how Brittany's in a hard position. So
Yeah, for sure. She's in a tough position, but to everyone's point, I don't get how she's friends with Janet.
no. And then, but also, Kristen's man, Luke, did call Zach out a little. How he was like, you talk about Janet so much, like we couldn't even like hang out with you because you were talking about her so much. So like that was a bit of a red flag. Like, I obviously love Zach, but yeah, he shouldn't really even let Janet affect him to that level. If he doesn't like her, just don't talk about her and move
Right.
on.
They
But
kind of gave her the season, right? Like she was the villain of the season. She was involved in a lot of storylines. She involved
hmm
herself in a lot of storylines. She had a beef with Kristen. She had a beef with Nia. She had a beef with Zach. She had, you know what I mean? She kind of
yeah,
was the top. What did you think of Jason? Grew a pair, this
yeah.
reunion. Uh,
It's so hard. Like I love that he defends his wife and that he's on her side, and especially in public. And then it's like, okay, if you want to maybe not agree with her or talk to her privately, but he didn't have to go so hard about everything. Like he could have just been like, I agree with Janet, or like I see her side of it, or like help her maybe explain her side of it versus just like attacking other people because it just made him look similar to her
oh yeah,
versus
you're going down, buddy. I think I saw a different side of him. I'm like, oh, people are gonna lump you in right with your wife. Like, oh, that's why
yeah.
you guys get along. There it is. There's the similarity.
Yeah, like it would have been better for him to try to show a better side of Janet by showing his better side and like yeah, I don't know. It's hard because it filmed a few months ago, right? And so they didn't
Yeah.
watch, and you can really tell because they all seem a little off of like the things that they're talking about and the things they're defending, and you're like, oh, you would be acting differently if you watched the whole season, I think. They
Right.
really,
Right.
yeah, they
Some of these confessionals.
yeah. Well, and Zach did tell us that in our interview. Remember, he was like, "Yeah, we had the reunion, but we gotta like we have so much more to resolve now because we didn't know people were saying certain things behind our backs, and we were reacting off of what we lived, and then you watched what people filmed when you weren't there, and we gotta like talk about all of this now." So
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't a Jason fan. Like I said, I started the season trying to defend Janet and Jason with the frickin' Dave and Buster's. They started out okay, they're getting better, and then they've literally just crashed off of a cliff
Yeah.
because yeah.
Yeah. No bueno. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I don't know how they're gonna redeem themselves next season, but they need something.
Maybe they're just gonna lean into their villain.
Maybe now with Jack's gone, they really have to. Like
Yeah.
unless
Unless-
maybe Sandoval will come back and take the villain role, but
maybe. Maybe people really don't like him, so I could see
no.
that being a thing. So we'll see. But we need a villain, so
Mhm. Well, we'll see what happens on part 3, I guess.
yep. Part 3 next week.
Part 3, yeah, and then it's over. And now they're filming and it starts all over again. So
Never ending. Yeah.
that's
So
kind of interesting, actually, if they are filming right now while the reunion is airing. But I guess the reunion doesn't really have things they don't know about because they were all there. They all heard it. So it's not like a
yeah.
surprise. So
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna start going to some of the little spots I've seen him at. See if I
yeah,
remember.
not Jax's.
I live in the
He's not there
valley.
anymore.
I know it's not there anymore.
Well, should we get into Real Housewives of Miami?
Yeah,
Season 7, episode 9.
getting good.
What the heck was going on with the dogs? I didn't know dog brothels were a thing.
I didn't know that either. Like, I know I breeded my dog, my girl dog, twice but
hmm
it was her husband because I also had a wedding for her.
What?
So,
That's so cute.
like years ago. Um, but we like found him in the penny saver and then, but I didn't know dog brothels were a thing either where you could go to for mating.
No, like how does a dog consent to being a prostitute? Like, do they know that that's what they're doing with their time? I
Yeah,
mean, I
well,
guess,
yeah. I mean, they have studs who just are there to impregnate female dogs.
uh-huh.
And
But
then,
yeah, because her dog was a boy dog, right? So she took it there. So that was a girl dog. So I just, it was a lot. They had a lot of it on the camera. I didn't need to know that this was a thing. But I
yeah.
guess that's
Well,
how
that's
they breed
improper,
dogs.
by the way, how he was mounting her. When they're really mating, they turn butt to butt.
What?
You know that? No,
No,
yeah.
I did not know.
They don't like how that's why doggy style actually makes no sense. But when you're mounting, once they mount and he's connected, they turn butt to butt, and that's how they mate. Hmm.
What?
And they just sit there butt to butt, and like it's like once it's there, it's like you cannot separate them. Like once it's there, like if the girl tries to run away, they're stuck. They're stuck until he's done, and then it's not like humans. Like once you do you're
Hmm.
pregnant. Like you're going to get pregnant. It's not like a chance. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. You get pregnant,
This
and
is
then
a
you get.
very educational about dog sex
I I
today.
I made it. I mated my girl twice, so that's how I know. I was
That's
so
true, I
shocked
guess.
when I seen them turn butt to butt. I was like, "What are they doing?" She was like, "That's how they mate." Mhm.
No, I never knew that. All I
The
see is
next
what they
time your man asks you to do doggy style,
like. Actually, that's
yeah,
not correct.
actually, that's not how you do it. Doggy style is that's how you go and then turn butt to butt. So unless you want some of that action,
Turning butt to butt. Like, I don't even know how that physically would work.
you've got to be working with something. But but that's how
The,
that's the
some
lesson.
props for that one.
That, so that's how it.
Anyway, if you watch the episode, you know this is not by choice we're talking about this. It was the
Yeah,
whole
it
first
actually
scene.
happened in the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot about dogs. But anyway, then we see Gertie talking to Dr. Jackie. Do you watch Married to Medicine?
I don't, but I just liked seeing her
Yeah,
talk
I've
because
never.
I like seeing her talk to another black woman because sometimes in the group I get worried about Gertie. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like, can she relate to these women? Does she have anything in common with them? Kiki seems to be selling her out a lot. Like everything she tells
Yes.
Kiki like kind of goes and tells the group, and it's like hard in those moments if you don't have somebody that you can relate to. So um I was happy to see her have somebody to
Yeah.
talk to because I do worry about Gertie in that sense, you know. And I thought Kiki was a safe space for her, but I don't know. Maybe Kiki's trying to earn her little. It's not a peach because it's not Georgia, but her little.
Yeah, what is it in Miami?
Yeah,
A
like she's trying to.
flamingo? That doesn't sound right, but
No, it's a
something.
palm tree. I don't know.
So,
But she's trying to earn her housewife title, you know, and
yeah.
she's not doing right by Gertie, but.
No, I feel like Adriana is the only one doing right by Gertie, really. The rest of the girls, yeah, they don't really seem to understand Gertie, or they call her too much or too emotional. And it's like, I like that she's that way. I feel like you, like her bringing her emotions to it is nice because she's so real, you know? You see
Yeah.
what she's feeling, and she's going through a lot, like with cancer. And I don't know, I feel like they should be more empathetic to her.
They
And
should be more empathetic to her, and I think like it's okay to not agree with what she did, but you
mhm,
also have to reflect on the whole situation. Like let's not talk about what I did. Let's talk about it as a whole.
yeah.
Like she said, nobody wants to understand me. Nobody wants to see my side of things. Like,
Hmm.
and I think that's where the issue lies. Like, you don't have to agree with everything your friend does, but like you guys are all ganging up on her and nobody except Adriana was like, yeah, okay, well, Julia did this. And if she didn't want this reaction, then she shouldn't have done what she did. So,
Hmm. And we see Steph and Julia go for dinner with their partners. I thought that Steph is so outspoken, and it was so funny that she said to Martina, like, how old are you gonna be when they're 20? Like, probably too old because she's 68 now, so like 88. I know, I don't think that they like think about that really, or it's just hard to actually like, you see the number, but I don't think they really think about being like 88 with 20-year-olds, but they
yeah,
will be. So, that
yeah.
was
Was
interesting that,
was
or what were you
uh
gonna say?
was Stephanie's husband hitting on Martina?
Yeah, you seemed a little obsessed, but I'm like, she is like a tennis legend, right?
I
Like
had to
she's,
look up what she did because I was like, wait, what did she do? Like, I don't know who she is, you know?
yeah, she's like super famous tennis player. And I think she was like a really big deal in like 70s or 80s. So I
Mm.
think he probably grew up like watching that. So he's like, she's a big deal to him. For people like the housewives maybe a little bit younger, they don't quite get it, but he gets it. So
She's like Venus and Serena, but like,
yeah,
okay,
back in the day, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, her arm muscles, that was crazy.
I
And
was
the
like,
tennis.
are you hitting on her? And I love how she instantly, once she sensed that flirtation or whatever it was, she like was like, yeah, Julia, you know what I mean? Like she
Yeah.
brings up her wife, you know, not,
Yeah.
you know, he probably wasn't hitting on her, but
No.
anything that seems a little inappropriate, it's like, you just reference your wife, you know?
Yeah.
So
Like, just remind you that she's here. So
yeah, and I have one of those. Okay.
yeah. What did you think about Julia saying she's not talking to her older daughters because of this adoption?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell that got to do with the tea in China? You guys don't live here. So what
Yeah.
you guys why the fuck are you worried about it? You know what
I
I mean?
know this is something that people get upset about, and I don't know if this is something that bothers you. It doesn't bother me, but you know when people don't get told something, like when they don't know about something and they're in your life and then they get mad that you didn't tell them. It sounds like that's what happened. Like she didn't tell her daughters about the adoption.
I'm grown and y'all don't live in my house, so it doesn't
Yeah.
affect you. Like, I guess I would understand it if it's like they live there and that
Hmm.
it would affect the decision would affect them, right? Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to watch them, I'm gonna have to hear them, I'm gonna have to partake in their daily lives. It literally doesn't affect you. I'm the parent, and
Yeah.
I don't have to run my decisions by you. Because last
Hmm.
I checked, I pay my own goddamn bills.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Yeah.
bizarre, but I mean, I know who wants to like not talk to their kids. That's sad, you know?
Yeah. I think they just feel like hurt or like out of the loop. But I think sadly she didn't tell them. And remember there was a whole thing with Gertie on that phone call, and then she just like told her you'll see it. I think Julia had like some kind of a deal with like a magazine or something to release the news, right? And you
Hmm.
get paid a lot for that. And so I think it
Yeah,
came down to that's why she didn't tell people because someone will leak it, right? And so
right. But
probably
her daughters would think it,
that's
right?
probably where this and that's probably where the fight is coming in. Like you don't trust us to tell us. You think we would do something like that to you, right? So I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's where the hurt. Because I don't think if Julia was on a show and wasn't famous, like why would you not tell her, yeah, we're gonna adopt? Like who cares? Like she
yeah,
had to keep it under wraps because of this big announcement, and that's why her phone call to tell the ladies was so weird. And because Gertie didn't get on the call, she couldn't just like text her because I
yeah.
think
That makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah. Yeah. So I understand her daughter's being hurt. Like, you couldn't trust me. But I feel like that sometimes with like little things where, you like, you might get to do something, but you don't want to jinx things too, right? So you're worried if you start telling people, and then you tell too many people, and then it doesn't happen. So that
Yeah,
it could have been that. She didn't want to get excited if it didn't go through. So I think
yeah.
her daughter should give her more grace, but obviously we don't know what the whole fight's about.
Right,
But
right.
sad to not talk to your kids. So hopefully they
Yeah,
figure
that's
it out.
sad. That's sad.
Then Marisol had her preppy party. What do you think of the outfits?
Okay, so I feel like everybody did a really good job prep. Stephanie's was my favorite.
Hmm.
Um, I thought Gertie's was my least favorite.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like her outfit, and I didn't like Lisa's outfit. Like Lisa almost had
No.
it if she wouldn't have done the stocking, if she would have done maybe a white stocking and like some different shoes, she almost had
Hmm.
it. But
Yes. Like
yeah,
like Larsa said, hers was a little too slutty, less preppy. But
yeah, but I didn't like when Larsa, who did she say dressed? She was like, I dress sexy. First of all, you should dress your age because you're 50. Not, she doesn't look 50 by any means. She's gorgeous, but like you dress like you're 23, which is
yeah.
also a problem. She said Marisol and Stephanie dressed like they
Yeah,
dressed
I
like
think
their grandma.
or Alexia maybe.
Did she say Alexia or did she say Stephanie? I don't know who she said, but I was like, I actually really like how Stephanie dresses. She dresses very
Hmm.
classy. That's how I dress. But
Yeah.
um, I shut up,
Yeah.
Larsa. You dress like you're 23, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Whose outfit did you like the best?
I like Stephanie's. I like Alexia's. I like the glasses she had going. And Marisol, I think she's good at the preppy stuff. So I thought they all looked good. Yeah, Gertie, she has her own fashion sense, right? So like
Yeah,
I think it was perfect for Gertie. Like that's what you would expect. She wouldn't come in like what Marisol was wearing. You know what I mean? Like she has her own thing going, and it's sometimes a hit, sometimes a miss, but I think she was happy with it. So,
yeah.
but she was not happy that Marisol called her a fashion victim and that Marisol said she regifted that cocktail thing because she
Mhm.
posted the receipts on her page last night. So she like pulled up the receipt from when she ordered the cocktail machine and blasted it on the
Which I
internet.
think
So
is so rude. Like, I find a lot of what they say in their confessionals rude because Gertie's better than me because I would have been at her door and been like, give me my motherfucking cocktail machine back. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like
But
if
see,
you don't want it, I'll
if
take it.
she did that, then it's like she's too much and she's this. Somebody gave you a gift, you unappreciative ass bitch, and you're gonna say that I regifted it. Like,
Hmm.
and that's what I mean by I'm like, I don't really like Gertie. That was really sweet of Gertie. And she does
Yeah.
have her own sense of style. And you call her a fashion disaster. Okay, you came wearing a pirate patch eye thing. So
Yeah.
everybody has their moments. Like, so I
Hmm.
don't know. It's just like sometimes they give her very mean girl energy. And I don't like
Hmm.
it. And they just be hating on each other. Like, even
Yeah.
when Adriana is talking about Stanford and then like y'all are just like or Harvard,
Yeah.
oh, you could just take online classes as long as you pay for it. That's not how it works, dipshit. I can tell
Yeah.
you've never been to college. Online classes or not, you have to be accepted. So to
Hmm.
just to minimize someone's accomplishments, right? You have to make
Yeah. I think so. I'm like, I don't really
like
know, but
I can't just go sign up to a class for Harvard if I wanted
not
to.
for like an actual, I think you can like audit a class, which you might be able to just to pay for to take, but not if you're taking a real actual degree or diploma or certificate or something. Yeah, you have to apply. And either way, like someone educating themselves, they should never talk down on that. There's nothing wrong with
Could
that.
just
It's
do it. You could just do it. It's a no big deal. Like I have a Harvard
then
sweater.
they
Like
should
she
do
was
it.
proud of her moment. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you
Well,
can't
it
get into
takes
Harvard.
And I mean, any kind of schooling takes time and dedication and work, and like it's something that people can't take away from you that you can do for yourself. So I
Yeah.
think they should celebrate that that's really cool that she's doing that, even if it is easy or whatever it is to get into. I don't think it is, but it's just
I
rude
bet
of
you
them.
when she has a fucking graduation or whatever, I bet you when she's trying to throw a party, I bet you're there.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be there fakely being like, good for you, congratulations. But yeah, they're just when people are like hating on something really cool you're doing for yourself like that, that's just jealousy. They just
Yeah.
wish that they could do that. So,
Yeah,
but
I
they
did
wouldn't.
see in like the preview for
But
next week's episode, somebody's like, I don't know, like Lars is doing something. They're like, is that how you get all the NBA?
uh,
But it's like that's also like so rude to say to somebody.
you know, when she was dating Marcus, she said on like Watch What Happens Live that they had sex 4 times a day,
Yeah, I remember that.
every
I
day,
remember that going viral.
every day, no days off.
Yeah.
It sounds exhausting.
Also, like, what? Like, because doesn't
Yeah.
he travel and like do like, are you guys even together every day?
No, she probably meant when we see each other. So
So that makes sense
not
to
every
me,
day.
right? Like, if
Yeah.
you guys are only seeing each other because he's been out of town for 3 months, and I come into town for a day and you guys have sex 4 times that day, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Or like, but you mean to tell me you have sex all day, every day for 4 years straight? Girl, bye. That was just her fishing for the next one, right? Like they hear
Yeah.
that, like, oh yeah, she's with the shits.
Yeah. No, that's too much. I don't.
Thirsty.
Yes. Yeah. So then we had the plane conversation.
Hey,
What
do you
did you
want to come
think?
on my plane? Do you want to come on my plane? Like
Yeah.
I can only have a few certain amount of people on my plane. Do you want to come on it? Like, no.
See
Okay.
that Steph and talking about her money and her planes and stuff doesn't really bother me. I like seeing that because
I do
like
too.
it's
It's
cool, but
motivational. Yeah.
yeah, it did get a bit much though with this little like offering the seats of the plane. Like it would have been fun if they were all going. Obviously, they couldn't do that, but it got kind of
Is it because
annoying.
of like certain regulations? Like if you're flying a certain distance, you can only have a certain amount of people on your plane, I would assume.
Yeah, it's maybe has something to do with like how much fuel you need or something. So like you have less room, like weight room for people and all their stuff, or maybe just because they all had a lot of luggage. I don't know. I don't have a private plane, sadly,
You
so I don't know the
don't?
rule. No.
Damn it.
I still fly whatever the basic economy fare is, that's me. So
Same.
I've my when my husband had to go to Prague for work like a month ago, he took like the laying down seat. Oh, I'm so
Business
jealous.
class. Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Okay. I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that when four of us are going
You do
places.
that when you're going somewhere super far. So we flew
Yeah.
business class when we went to India.
Oh, you done it.
I didn't pay for it. My uncle's rich.
Nice.
And
Can you
you
take me
know,
too?
like my uncle in India, he's like next level. So he every all
It's
the
the first
wedding
time hearing about this.
yes, all the wedding. It's my grandma's brother. So I don't know what you call that, what relation. He flew. So he had a huge, you know, Indians have huge weddings. He had a huge
Hmm.
wedding for his son, and he flew out all the guests and paid for all of their tickets, business class, and paid for
What?
all of their rooms.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That
So
must have
that's
been
how
a
I
lot of money because I saw the price for one of those seats and it was a lot of money,
yeah.
but worth
Oh,
it.
yeah, worth it. Yeah, because the flight's like 24 hours, so it's worth
Yeah.
it. You know, you have a TV, you have food, you lay down, you get up. It's like it's worth it, you know. And that wasn't even
Yeah.
first class. First class, my grandma was in first class. They had a robe, pajamas, all kind of stuff. Like, ooh.
Oh my gosh. I've seen the, let's say, like Emirates one where you have like a
Mhm.
room and your own shower and all of
That's
that
cool.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
One day we'll do that.
One
But
day we'll get sponsored and we'll have to pay for it because I just can't imagine. Like, I don't care how much money I have, I'm not paying $50,000 for a plane ticket.
no,
Like, I just can't. Like,
no, it's just not worth it. Like it's only a few, even like if it's like a 15-hour flight, it's still gonna go by fast, right? Like to spend all
it's
that money.
not worth it. Yeah.
No.
So, like, I've seen travel influencers like to do it and they get it for free. So, if you guys want to sponsor us one day, we'll go. We will go.
Yes.
So,
Bring back Real Housewives of Dubai and then send us there to see
yeah.
it. So
Yeah. So
it's
yeah,
been
so
canceled,
Stephanie
but
ended up I thought that was very cute that Marisol wouldn't go without
yeah.
Alexia because, you know, the whole trip is for Alexia. That was really sweet. And then in
Hmm.
return, Alexia wouldn't go without Marisol. So
Yeah.
she ended up on Julia, Lisa,
Julia,
not no
Lisa, no,
Larsa.
Larsa, and then she asked Adriana. So she was gonna ask, well, she was gonna ask, why am I forgetting her name?
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah, Kiki and Adriana. Remember? And then she's like, I'm better friends with Kiki, but I don't
So
know
Lisa
Adriana as
and
well.
Bernie were never options, basically.
Apparently,
Yeah.
they were not even considered, which is sad. I'm like,
Okay.
what did they do to Stephanie? Well, I guess her and Lisa haven't like, because they had that little late fight.
And
What
yeah,
if
that
Lisa
late
was late for
thing.
the flight?
And Lisa said to her, "I want to be friends with you because you have a jet. I want to be friends with people who have
Right.
jets and yachts."
Yeah, so she was definitely the bottom of the list. So
Yeah.
why didn't
Which
she
can be
just
good.
why didn't she just have some of them on the way there and the other rest of them on the way back, and then everybody gets to go on the jet?
Well, I
I just
guess
thought of that.
because they get to all go on the jet from Marbella to
True.
the different. So, which if it was a 3 hour drive, like that's like a 30,
20
20
minutes.
minute plane ride.
Yeah.
So whatevs.
They'll be up, they'll be down. That's it. So
Yeah.
at least
Enough
they get
for
to
a
see it,
glass
I
of
guess.
champagne. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode. Like not a lot happening, like a little bit of a filler one, but I like all these ladies. I'm finding them entertaining. So
What'd you think of Stephanie and what's her name's fight? I mean,
Alexia.
their chat. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't really know what Alexia is mad about because she called herself the Rottweiler, so it's like it's kind of a
Yeah.
silly fight to me.
Yeah. Like she's like Stephanie's right. Like you're trying to big dog me. That's what
Hmm.
you said.
Yeah.
Like you're the big dog and I'm the little dog. That's what
Yeah.
you're trying to do. Like you're trying to one up me and piss on me. And I'm not the one to be pissed on. Like I'm that I'm because I'm a the second sentence. So
Yeah.
like you know
You,
what I mean? Like she's first chair. She came out.
yeah.
I know Alexia's pissed about that. I mean Alexia's
Mm.
first chair too, but she came in there and blew all you hoes out y'all spots.
Hmm. That is crazy that they're the first chair. So do you think they must have like another, like a big blow up, obviously? Something to resolve for them to both be first chair. It has to be about them this
Oh,
season.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, is that what that means? I don't know. I just learned about the first chair nonsense. So.
I told Ricky it's very important who gets the first chair. But I don't really know if it is because, like we said on the Valley, Michelle was last chair. And like, I mean, it's not all about her and Jesse, but they are a main part of the reunion-ish.
Mhm.
So sometimes
Yeah.
I think some people have to be kept apart and it gets to be a headache. But just the fact that it's Stephanie and Alexia, that means like they'll be talking the most. Like they have the most to
Okay.
talk about. So
Okay, that makes sense. So
I
yeah,
do
something's gonna
remember.
happen in Spain, I'm sure. Because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, Alexia is jealous of Stephanie. She is.
Yeah.
So it's bound to, she's bound to talk some more shit, and Stephanie's not one to just be like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why I'm enjoying Stephanie because she's not. Sometimes when people come in and they're new, they're like, I'm just going to be quiet and observe and record people like Katie. But like Stephanie just says it like it is. She's not scared to confront anyone, like even the alpha girl of the group. So
yeah.
it's given Alexia a run for her money. And obviously she's going through this divorce, so maybe it's not the best time for her to have like an enemy, but I mean, I think it's been a few seasons of like no one really going up against Alexia, so it's kind of
Mhm.
like her time to
Yeah.
face that. So I think I thought they would end up working it out because they did seem to at the end of this episode, but that's obviously just to get them on the trip and then they can fight again. So
Yeah, for sure. For
yeah,
sure. Because Gertie and Julia, we saw them talk again. I'm so tired of seeing you guys
I
freaking
know.
talk. And they decided to squash it. And so we'll see what happens now.
They better not talk about this damn Captain Sandy boat
Yeah. And
thing again.
Marisol
So
and Adriana squashed it too, but I know that's not the end of it because they just have a secret hate for each other.
yeah,
I don't even know where it came from. Like, I think
no,
I don't know where it came from.
yeah,
But
I know
we
there
do
is a
think
lot of beefs
Adriana
going.
and Julia are gonna have something's gonna happen between them. Um,
Yeah.
you put a bunch of bitches on a jet with some drinks and a foreign vacation, you're bound to get some drama. So I think next episode is going to be a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying these ladies so far, so I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes. But you got any other thoughts on everything we talked about? We went everywhere today from Halloween to secret babies to all over the place. Oh, yeah. We we covered it all. We got everything. But
Yeah.
we'll be back with our perfect match recap tomorrow and Real Housewives of OC and Beyond the Villa. We got a lot going on right now. So
Yeah.
you will see us soon. And thanks for listening, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.